once again. Say hi, Mondo.
What's up?
And we have one of our good pals, Brian. Say hi,
Hey,
Brian.
how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Not so bad. How are you?
Pretty good.
So
You
we
guys.
brought Brian on because Mondo, like 5 minutes before we were gonna start, was like, "Man, I don't feel good. I think I'm gonna spew." And he's like, "I'm just gonna leave the recording on
It
for
wasn't even it
audacity."
wasn't even throw up spew, dude. It was just it was like other way spew. It was so
Oh.
bad. I was just like I thought it was coming this way, so I was like, bro, I can't have this all over my computer, so like I gotta go now.
Too bad it would have been all in your chair.
Oh, dude.
So
Oh
yeah,
man.
so I asked Tyler, one of our other buddies, if he wanted to join. He's like, "Nah, man, I don't know if I can do that." Like, he's like, "If we had a group, yeah." And I get it. Like, that'd be cool. Maybe like two more people, five people would be an interesting one. Lots of different viewpoints on stuff, but he said no, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna do the forbidden thing in my Discord." There's like 120 people or something. And he added everyone. And he's like, "Dude, it even warned me that I did it." And he added everyone. He's like, "Hey, who wants to do a podcast with Mills?" So, but no one answered. So it shows you how much people like me in my Discord. So that's neat. So, how was
Hey,
your
that's
week,
all
Mondo?
right. My week was good. I mean, it was pretty uneventful, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, got through work, got to uh got to doing the podcast. Didn't think I was gonna make it this weekend, but yeah, we're doing it. We're here. So
Nervous poops will always
yeah,
get you.
apparently. I don't know what that was, dude. Maybe some old pizza or something. I don't know.
Brian, how was your week, buddy?
It was pretty uneventful, which honestly is a good thing compared to last week. Last week's.
Yeah. Anything cool? You welding anything neat?
Uh, not really. Just doing some big pipes.
Just walking around with a mask on, looking weird as fuck.
Yeah, just minding
You
my
going
own business.
you going snowboarding?
Me?
Big pipes, is that what you mean?
No, like welding pipes, like 24
Oh.
inch round
I was
pipes.
like, going and get some hang time, dude.
No, could it's
Shit.
snow? It's snowing out right now, but
So, Brian, what do you do? What is your occupation?
I'm a welder.
Mm-hmm.
I specifically weld in MIG and TIG, and we do primarily structural pieces.
Okay. So, what do you mean, like for
Like
buildings or?
not that structurally, I guess. I said
Okay.
minor structurally. Like
Hmm.
when I first started, I worked on frames that fit into shipping containers, and they would
Oh.
hold like engines and tanks. And like right now, I'm doing a non critical. I think it's what it's called. Non-critical. Um, it's a tank. It's gonna get hydro tested, so
Oh,
they're gonna
okay.
they're gonna cap it, put liquid, and check all the seals and make sure it's welded properly.
Better make sure you weld that bitch up tight, huh?
Oh yeah.
So,
Hey, and he's a pro skate and he's a pro snowboarder.
oh
No,
yeah, I forgot
I'm
about that.
not. No,
He's a
I'm
pro
not.
snowboarder. He
Ah.
taught he taught me how to go from walking to running to skiing to not snowboarding yet, but he's a lot better than I was.
I'm not that good. I can make it.
Well,
I can make it down the hill about 90% of the time
Hey
without
Mondo,
falling.
let's go on this double black diamond.
you're not gonna die, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Just stick to the sides of the thick snow.
So, what are your favorite games, Brian? What do you play the most? We all know, but maybe the people that listen don't know.
Man. So
Top three right now. Go.
top three: Smite,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Smite, and
Oh,
Smite.
come
I don't
on,
really.
dude.
Smite,
I'm just
smoot, and smote.
All the same.
honestly, I'm on kind of a game hiatus lately. Like I don't know, nothing's really impressed me. I'm still a big Gears fan, but I just don't. If I don't have a party to play with, I just don't really play that much anymore. But
Yeah.
you'll
Uh,
find me on Smite 90% of the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, we tried.
I mean,
We've tried
big fan of
Infinity.
Skyrim.
We've
Oh
tried
yeah.
Infinity on the computer. Infinity's like a board game, and it's super fun. But there's so many fucking rules. It's ridiculous. And trying to play it on the computer, moving around with a mouse and stuff, when you can't actually physically touch like a game piece, is super hard. But it's still super fun.
Yeah,
So
to
I
put it
mean,
simple for people listening, Infinity is like a future version or an alternate version of Warhammer
yeah.
40K.
I mean, and if they don't know what that is, then you're fucked. Sorry.
Yeah.
So.
turn
Come on.
tabletop army games with lots of dice. That's all
There
you
it
need to
is.
know.
Google it and get your nerd on.
So Mondo, what do we want to talk about this week, man?
Dude, this week is the big week that we've been all been waiting for. Short
Yeah.
skirts and homeschooling in high school, dude.
I don't quite understand the short skirts part, but I
It's like a
mean,
Taylor Swift song, but you know, like, cause you
I
wore
bet-
short skirts in high school.
I mean, if they're not down to your fingertips, they're not allowed.
Exactly.
yeah, no shoulders, no spaghetti straps, dude.
Bro. Yeah.
I know Mondo likes spaghetti straps, but fuck, come on, man.
No, but
Talk about like Anthem. Didn't you look into Anthem at all a little bit?
I did.
And how's
Apparently
that?
PS4, it's a trash load. I called this months and months ago when everybody's like, bro, Anthem's gonna be game of the year, and I was like, no, it ain't. It's an overhyped Destiny skin, and that's all it's gonna be.
I was excited for it.
It's the worst BioWare game.
Yes. It's so bad. But as of right now, they're refunding PS4 players for the game.
Really?
Like for no questions asked
I
refunds.
wish
That's
Fallout
awesome.
would do that. I want
Right?
I'm so
Fallout
glad I never
76.
bought So glad I never bought that. I've
I
never
got,
really.
I got sucked into the hype on that one, and that's why I'm skeptical about buying any games.
Yeah, it's a minefield out there, dude. People are just putting shit out there, releasing trailers. Like I'm gonna start releasing trailers for games and then just release people crap and be like, yeah,
$60, gimme.
yeah,
It's the best game 2020.
yeah. It's just gonna be my face like really close to the camera the entire time, like you've been memed.
Just like that.
I gotta ask though,
Okay.
because I know you did, Darrell.
What's up?
You played some Division 2.
Oh yeah, baby.
I just my computer up here and found out my installs stopped apparently, and I
Ooh.
didn't know that.
I want to play some more of that before I go to bed tonight and have to get up at 5 tomorrow. So
Ew.
yes, so I'm kind of hoping the snow keeps going, so that way I don't have to get up at 5. I can get up at like 6.
Sleep in.
But the Division 2, I played the shit out of it this weekend so far. Not so much with Mondo because last night I had a couple drinky poos with the boys, but Division 2, I personally am loving it. Even the open beta, whatever, there's only so much stuff you could do in the open beta. It is still super fucking fun. Like, it's amazing. Maybe not
I enjoyed it.
super amazing, but it's a lot better than the first one when it released.
Yes, when it first
And
released.
this
There's
is the
still a lot
beta.
to come. There's still a lot to come.
Yes.
I wish I enjoyed it. My shit just crashes all the time because I have a paperweight computer, and that's just what she likes to do to me. So
Well, you know what it is? It's probably those RAM sticks sitting up on your
yeah, that's
computer.
great.
You need to put them in
I
there.
thought that would bring it good luck. When I have my Trump statue up top of it, it doesn't really crash that much. But I gotta take them off because my computer's a piece of shit.
Yes.
I don't feel like you should be around that.
So other than Mondo crashing I don't know, you didn't do that much today. You did it twice in a row there towards the end. But
I was just getting frustrated with everything anyway, so I was like, fuck, I'm
Yeah.
done.
other than that, I think it's amazing. Brian,
It's a
I
great
highly
game.
suggest you try it out. I'm definitely buying it.
I'm on it. I guess I'm just torn on because I split time on here and Xbox, and it's like you guys are playing it, and I know at least like 4 people getting it on Xbox. I wish
Fucking
they just-
Xbox pleb.
Man, you gotta make the transition, bro. There's no such thing as halfway crooks.
Yeah, dude. Listen, see, I don't mind going into Xbox chat with you guys, but fuck, is it annoying? It's like, oh, I gotta open my Xbox app. I gotta find out, where Brian's name is, and I gotta do this, and I join in. It takes a minute to load in, and then I gotta open up Smite. First world problems, the best.
I know, right? All these applications that we have.
If they just had a one way for doing voice chat, we wouldn't be in this problem. But
Skype! Get on our phones, plug in the headphones.
I'm over
I
Skype.
did. I plugged my headset into my phone the one day and used Discord that way while we were playing crossplay.
Jesus. Dude, you know what the shittiest thing about my phone is? I've had this is a Galaxy S8. I've had this phone for like 2 years, and the microphone thing broke the first month that I got the phone, so I haven't been able to plug in my car audio to it. So literally when I'm in the car and I have my phone, I just jack up the volume and put on my Bluetooth headphones.
And watch Netflix while you're driving. I don't understand that. There's no way, dude. If
Bro,
I
long
even
trips,
look at
you
my
have
phone,
to.
if I even look at my phone while I'm driving, it's like I'm like all over the road, dude. Those rumble strips, whoop, and
Are
I'm
you
just,
serious?
Yeah, even if I just look at it, I try not to, but like,
You gotta work on your peripheral, bro.
what do you mean?
Like you gotta be able to see outside of your vision, like.
Well, when I'm looking down,
No, you
You
don't
want
look
me to hold
down.
it
Like
up?
you stick that. I stick it right where my miles per hour shit is, and like right in my dash, right in there. I stick it right in there behind my wheel. So I'm just driving. Look down for a sec. Drive, look down.
That's
Super
su-
unsafe. I
that's
don't say
super
anybody
greasy,
should.
dude.
Nobody
Holy
please do
shit.
that at home. But
No
it's a
way.
habit. You
No
know, it's a bad
thanks.
habit.
I just cleaned out my truck today. I had so much trash in it. Like I live
Chew
in my
cans.
truck, dude.
Enough chew cans to
it's-
support small islands.
It's that and it's sheets bags, dude. I just had like I try to clean it so I consolidate all my trash into like a bag, and I'm like, oh, I'll get that next time I go to get gas, whatever. And then I get more sheet stuff, and I get food and chew and like water,
I do that
and then
all the time.
I can just consolidates. And I had like 5 just bags full of trash, and today I cleaned it out, and I probably looked like I was a homeless dude living out of my truck because I was just pulling garbage bags out of my truck into the garbage can.
I love
my
that
Isn't that
feeling.
the worst though? And because it's
Yeah.
cold, like it doesn't leave a smell. And then the
Yeah,
first warm
well-
day, you're like,
Smells like musty chew spit in here.
yeah, it's like, what is that? It's, like, it's all the bags of
So
sheets and
gross.
Dingo and co-fair food I've been
That's-
piling up.
It's the best part about the winter is if you have a spitter in your truck, it just freezes. It never smells.
Until it melts in the summer or explodes because it gets so full of ice. Ruptured chew spitter in the back. Someone give me some EMT stat.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. So, anything else neat happen to you guys?
Dude.
Nothing super cool happened, like, at all. The
Not
the
this
most
weekend.
fun thing that happened to me was I went out with some Army buddies last night. Had a couple drinks. Bet on some fake horse races. Lost some money. Won some chocolates. And got a little drunk. It was pretty fun. Had a blast. This fake horse racing stuff is pretty cool, man. They like project it up on the wall. And it's like all pre-recorded, but like I don't know, no one, maybe some people do, but I didn't know which horse was gonna win. So you bet like fake money on a horse, and you try to win the most money with your fake money. So because at the end of the night, you can turn it in for real money, and then the last race with that real money that you won, like we all just brought our money that we won together to bet on the last horse. So it was $85, and the pot was like 400 something but dollars. For the last race, our horse came in second, so we didn't win, but I at least won a box of chocolates. So,
Oh yeah,
what
dude.
the fuck, dude? Like $60 for a box of chocolates?
Sorted?
Hell yeah, dude.
There's
Are
some
they
damn
sorted?
good chocolates. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you had the most eventful week out of all of us then, because I didn't do absolutely nothing.
yeah, in this,
I drank too much Friday and played Smite.
yeah, no shit, you
Belittled
did.
Darrell like
Yeah.
3 times on there.
What a dick, dude.
You
The
guys
whole
did
time.
1v1s or something?
No, dude. He was
No.
like putting ads up on Xbox, like
Yeah,
for people
so
to come play with us.
You can go to like the community page and just like create a group with tags Mondo, and like someone will say like, "Hey, I'm interested in joining your group." So I pretty much said we're drinking, like we're not playing serious, like don't care. And the kid that joined our game was like probably a higher level than I am. I think he was like 130. I'm 120,
shit.
and Darrell's like 30, and he's drinking
Hell
vodka. and I'm like, he plays League, so he knows, but he doesn't know.
Yeah, he's just being an asshole, dude.
Oh, man.
The last guy we played with, that one dude, I forget his name, but he was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. We played
The last guy we played with,
not the
one
last
drinking
guy.
all the-
not the
Oh.
last guy. That last guy was like he was kind of weird.
the one
The-
drinking
the-
the vodka.
Yeah, that guy. We played with one more guy after that. If you don't remember, you don't remember that? Oh my god, dude. He was like
Must have been wicked last night.
he played Artemis, and Artemis is a hunter, so she has a bow and she does all kinds of weird stuff and just sits back
Yeah.
and tries to kill people, which is cool. And he was like, "Okay, I'm not too good, so I'm just gonna do the Artemis thing and sit back and try to kill people." And you were like, "Yeah, like that's cool. It's what you're supposed to do." And then every time he died, like he just fed and fed and fed, and every time he died, he'd be like, "Fuck, my bad, guys." And he was so nice about it, but like he didn't know what he was doing, and like it's okay. Like, I didn't care, but at that point, it was like 3 a.m, and I was so tired, and Brian was so drunk,
Yeah.
and he was just being so mean to me, and I just wanted to go to bed.
Just kind of gave him a good old Canadian, it's okay, bud. You just need to work on it.
I wish you just weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, come on, we're gonna do one more," and I was like, "No, it's 4 a.m. I'm going to bed." So you two went and played Arena. So I don't know how late you stayed up after that, but I was not about it. And like you were just broing out with this dude, and even the guy
Pretty sure
before
I got
that.
off when you got off.
I think you went and played one more with that dude.
I hate arena.
Is this last night or was this Thursday
Friday
night?
night?
Friday
It was
night.
supposed to be.
Friday night. Oh, I was up till 2 a.m. last night.
What were we playing?
I was playing Gmod.
Gmod.
Yeah, we were doing Gmod because we're this buddy I'm working with. We're gonna make a YouTube video. We're gonna recreate a gay porn scene in Gmod. And I'm gonna voice both sides of it.
So what does he do in this equation?
He's the camera guy.
So you're just having fun with yourself in Gmod, dude?
Yeah, well, we don't know if we're gonna do like the gay porn or we're just gonna do like a regular like porn scene, and I'm just gonna do the guy and the girl, and it's like in like a dungeon, so it looks super creepy.
What has this new job done to you, man?
Oh man, it's great. I have so much free time to think of these crazy ideas.
So this is a guy you work with?
No, this is a guy I met like randomly on Apex Legends.
Oh, that guy that put you in his YouTube video.
Yeah, I was like making fun of Gibraltar one day, like for an hour straight, just talking like how Gibraltar would if he was like 70 years old and a country boy.
Okay.
And he was just like dying, so he was taking all these clips from it, and now he's making like a YouTube video out of it, and he added me. So we've been doing like some of this YouTube stuff and putting stuff together, but we'll see what happens. It should be a good time. I'm excited
Holy
about
shit.
it.
Mondo's YouTube famous, everyone.
Not yet. Not
Watch
yet.
out. He had one line in the video that I watched, and it was
Yeah, the
the
one
funniest
line.
part of the video. What, what did you say?
I said, "Oh great, I got a scope. I'm gonna kill people." Or something like that. I
To
don't know
kill
what I
people
said.
with. You gotta
Yeah, to
scope,
kill
'cause-
people with.
Oh, my Lord. So, do we want to get into the high school talk now?
Yeah,
Since there's
it's
three of us.
Time for the real shit now. Now we gotta get another opinion on high school.
Yeah. Mondo, wait, who do you want to start first off?
I think
The two
that,
high school boys? Two
Yeah,
yee?
you guys should introduce where you went to high school.
Well,
Okay.
You want my high school or you want my whole schooling? Because I went to private school until high school.
did you really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I went to private school and then was homeschooled.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the only normie here, huh?
Not or are you like not normal?
Correction, I shouldn't say private school. I went to Catholic school.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, because this
guy.
school where we're at now
It's
is
like
that's
a
private
fake
school.
private school.
Yeah, that's like this is the only Catholic school for the entire county.
Well,
Okay.
I just went to a normal, like, I don't know if you want to call it, I don't know if you want to call it like normal, but I just went to like normal elementary school, normal high school, and then I went to college. Like nothing super special, you know. I went to small town Hickville, USA high school, and it was just a bunch of rednecks, skids, and druggies. Like it wasn't
Skids.
anything. It wasn't like anything, you know.
Hey, you want to translate what skids means for the listeners?
Well, it's basically just like the burnouts, right? So there wasn't that many in my school because I had like 1 year I had probably 32 kids in my graduating class, and then my senior year we all consolidated, and there was like 100.
You were that
So,
small?
Yeah, told you
Jesus.
guys.
I mean,
Country
we were-
bumpkin.
I don't even know what my graduating class was. That's how antisocial I was, but I know it was under 200.
I had a
See,
graduating
yeah.
class of 1.
Me.
Top my class, bitch.
So I mean, in high school I played like a lot of sports. My senior year I played lacrosse, and that's how I originally met Brian. But backtracking a little bit, I'm kind of going out of what's the word I'm looking for?
Order?
Tangent.
Sure.
Timeline?
Yes,
Rant.
timeline. So
Oh.
I started off with the fuck was it? Like I tried baseball, but that was no good, dude. I could not hit a baseball to save my life. I played left field where all the special baseball players go.
Were you
so
picking daisies?
I was so out of it out there. And then they'd be like, "Hey, come in, Darrell. Like it's time to go." I'd be like, "All right," and I'd trot over, spitting
Hey, a little
sunflowers.
chubby Darrell.
Pull out his
So-
bag of Big League Chew.
Bro,
Yeah.
one of these times I'm gonna dig up that picture your mom put up of you with that fucking middle part.
What? She did that?
Dude, no, it was at your
No.
house. It's at your dad's house. I still have a picture on my phone of it.
The one
Oh, I
where
got a
I'm
good
sitting
one
on the
with Darryl,
tailgate?
too.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
has like a
God,
middle
dude.
part going down the middle of his head, and his hair's flat, like straight out, dude. Like it goes straight out to the side.
I know which one it is. It's on the stairwell.
I could just see you out there in the left field, just chilling. with his fucking mitt on top of his head,
Oh,
baseball
no,
glove up there.
dude. Why? Why is that a thing? Anyways, so I tried baseball, couldn't do that. So I went to wrestling. I wrestled for a couple years. I played football since 4th grade. So little gritters all the way up through my senior year. I played hockey for a while as well, and I figure skated too to help me with my skating technique, right? And stopped that because it was too expensive. So I just kept playing football and I wrestled a bit. Didn't play football in college because I played center, and usually a center's like, I don't know, 6 foot something, 300 pounds, and I was probably at the time I was probably 230, 5'10", so I was a little chunky boy, and that does not work out very well. So I didn't do that. My senior year, I also played lacrosse, and then I applied to college, only one, and I got in, and I was like, hey, you guys got a lacrosse team? And everyone was like, no, we don't have a lacrosse team. Like, sorry, dude. And somehow, I forget how I found out about it, but I kept digging and digging, and then I found, I think, who was the president at the time? Was it Casey?
Probably Casey.
Found
Yeah.
Casey, and I came to the first practice, and that's when I saw this motherfucker in the middle right here, Brian, jacked as hell, for some reason didn't have his shirt on, in a gym, and he was like conditioning the lacrosse team, and I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into, dude? And then after that, we just became, good friends. And now I don't do anything. I work and go to the gym because
Mellowed out.
there's no
I was
there's
just,
no
I was,
sports.
trying, I was just trying to get, as you said, the skids off the team first.
You almost got me off, dude. It was scary. But,
Kamali and Tim are like, I want you to intimidate them hard. And I was just like, why? He's like, I want to just cut out the weak now. And I was like, oh, okay.
Jesus, man.
Cutting
Not me,
down.
man. I just got back from basic training. I was hard as fuck.
I was, yeah, because you hadn't been laid in fucking 3 months.
You had Mike Tyson testosterone flowing through you.
Yeah, dude. I was boiled up. Yeah, so played a lot of sports. I guess jock. I don't really never considered myself a jock, but I guess I was. I also played instruments. Okay, I was a band geek and a chorus turd. So I
Wait, you were in
started.
chorus?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I was.
I knew you did band. I never knew about chorus.
Sure did. Worst voice you ever heard, but I did it. Anyways.
No judge. It's just like you're all over the map with stuff. I don't know this kid anymore.
I did a lot of
don't know this
shit,
guy.
man.
Bro, your high school experience was like most people's lives, dude.
Well, anyways, so let's get back to the topic here, okay?
all right, Forrest Gump.
I started playing instruments in elementary school. 4th grade, I think, is when you could start. I started with the cornet, which is just a smaller version of a trumpet. Moved to the trumpet. Taught myself a little bit of piano. Then moved to the guitar. Not really as good as Mondo. Mondo can kind of, shred on the guitar. I was just, I just dabbled in it.
Yeah,
And
just a little bit.
after that, got to high school. Went to baritone. And then after baritone, I went to the tuba, and I stuck with the tuba ever since because fucking tuba's awesome, dude. It's huge, and it sounds amazing. And then after that, what the hell else did I do? I think I just stuck with the tuba and maybe baritone sometimes, but mostly tuba. And then I was also in chorus, so did that. Not really a fan of chorus, but I kept doing it because some of the girls were really hot. So that might be the reason, but I enjoyed it. It wasn't that bad. I didn't enjoy it as much as band, but every year, except for maybe my last year or two of my high school career, quote unquote, I did what's called Tuba Christmas. And it's just a bunch of baritones, euphoniums, and tubas. They go to the college up the road and they play Christmas music for a couple hours, and it's the coolest fucking thing ever. If you've never heard a bunch of bass instruments play We Wish You a Merry Christmas, you're wrong, because it is so cool. I've never had so much fun in my life. So I guess on the jock side of things, I did some partying in high school. That was fun. We always just did it out in the woods, and we'd just camp out there and have fires, jump in my buddy's pond, shoot stuff. What the hell did they do one time? They blew up a fridge with tannerite. That was cool. Other than that, he had a big mud hole. We'd go mudding and stuff. Throw big fires, parties, just hang out. It was pretty neat. I guess the country high school experience was the life for me. And then I graduated, and now I talk to like two people I went to high school with, maybe
Out
one.
rolls.
Yeah, I don't really talk
Out
to
it
anyone I
rolls.
graduated with that much anymore. Everyone's kind
A
of
lot
like,
of them become a piece of shit. Honestly, dude, 90% of your high school class becomes a piece of shit after high school.
and then the other percentage goes to the military, and then they're out doing
Yeah.
stuff. So
And I didn't really have. I mean, like I was close to some of the kids that were in like my grade that went to the public school, but most of them, like, they were all just like, I don't know.
yeah,
I
no,
don't
I got you. I got you. I don't really remember any stories from high school. I know in football, when we consolidated my senior year, we made it. There was a completely new football team. Me and my guard, his name was Danny, and I haven't talked to him in a hot minute, but I see him on Instagram and stuff. I'm sure he's doing well. I think he has like a kid now or something, so good on him. He was my guard. I think he was my right guard. Okay, I know that doesn't matter, but we'd always have these big fucking chunky kids in front of us at nose. They'd be like the 6-something, 300-pound fucking kids. And instead of like being mean and saying F you and, you piece of shit, blah, 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 that stuff, we call them sporks. Everyone's like, why are you calling me a spork? Or they get mad because they don't know why we were calling him a spork. Well, no one likes sporks, okay? I fucking hate sporks. If I want to eat something with a fork, I'm just going to use a fork. If I want to eat soup, I'm going to use a spoon. I'm not going to use a
Man.
spork.
You know that's the greatest stoner invention ever.
Dude, fuck sporks, man. I'm so not a
Prison-
fan.
The prison thing.
It's a prison thing.
I'm not a fan of sporks. So we just call people sporks, and they get mad at us because they didn't know what the hell was going on. Look at this wet straw. We call them a wet straw. It didn't make any sense. We didn't have any rhyme or reason behind it. No one likes wet straws. Like, I don't know. Even though that's what they're supposed
Did you
to
guys,
do.
I gotta ask, because you were a small school and you
Yeah.
probably were a bunch of hicks. When you played certain schools that labeled you as hicks, would you guys go like over the top with like things like yeet and like?
Oh
saying
yeah,
stuff,
we'd make weird noises and stuff, and they were just not a fan of it.
Every single time Grove City faced Greenville, it was like the biggest fucking country showdown I've ever seen in my entire life. Like Greenville would show up in like fucking ripped tees with fucking cutoffs and all this other stuff, and Grove City would do like the same, and it was just this out hillbilly each other fucking game where all their fucking like it literally looked like a NASCAR race for high school football. Like that's how bad it was. Like smashed wine boxes out in the fucking like driveway out in the fucking parking lot and shit. Parents acting like they were watching like the NFL games or something like that, but it's a bunch of fucking high schoolers.
I think that's any high school you go to with the parent thing, though. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever, but we had parents that would walk down and start yelling at our coach sometimes after games and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I don't
even like
And
soccer.
he'd always just do
every
the same
sport,
thing.
Every
All right.
sport.
And you coach next year. That's what he
Yeah.
would say.
right.
Every sport, there's one parent that has to be like overly involved. Like we had a kid's parent tell our coach, because I was all I played through high school was soccer. And he told the coach that since his son went to the school and I didn't, he should be able to play over me even though he's not as good as me.
Did you tell him to
was
shut the
gonna
fuck
ask-
up?
I was going to ask you that. You were homeschooled. I'm assuming you just played for the local public school if you wanted to do like a sport.
Yeah, because I was required to play like by Erie homeschooling, like their thing. Like it's called Erie homeschooling. They govern most of the eastern side of PA, or the western side of PA. And they require me to play a sport, whether that's like I go play like pickup soccer with some people or something like that. But the public school allowed me to play with them. So
What, you just have to ask, like, go to the public school and be like, hey, I'm homeschooled, but I have
I'm sure
to play
you
a sport.
have like some forms that show he's a homeschooled.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
like I just show them
Interesting.
my Erie thing, and they have to accept me. If they don't, then I could take something to like I can't remember. One kid had to do it, like take it up to
Probably
someone.
the whole school board district.
Yeah. And
Weird.
they decided on one of the kids that they could play, and then they had to decide that we all could play. So I was like, hell yeah. 'Cause then I didn't have to do any gym class, so I could just like play soccer.
How would
play-
you do gym class at home, though? You just go outside and run around cones
No,
and film
dude,
it?
see, that's the best. This is like the cold hard facts of homeschooling is there's homeschoolers and then there's the homeschooled. Okay? Because like homeschoolers, like they're a certain type of something, man. Like, let me tell you what. Like, they're the people that, like, they would wear a shirt like this or a t-shirt. It's tucked into jeans with a fucking tan belt and pulled up past their fucking belly button.
That's a
Like,
yikes for
that's
me, dog.
bro. Like, we would go to like these like co-op thing events.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're attending like some type of, I don't know, but and it's like it would be like in the bottom of this like little church, and we would do like they would teach classes, like they had like a physics class there and stuff like that. So I would go and do these classes just fine because my buddy ended up dropping out of high school to be homeschooled with me. So we would go do the classes, whatever. We'd have those classes Tuesday, Thursday, and we'd be off Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We literally wouldn't have any school the rest of the week. Our parents decided our grades, so my mom decided my grade. So if I didn't want to do gym, or if I went out with Chad and I said, yeah, like we went out and fucking ran around out in the fields or fucking, I
Out in
don't
the
know,
Just play
did
streets.
boots
something.
for 2 hours down on the
Yeah,
lake.
play Call of Duty at his house. She's like, okay, mark it down, 100% gym every year.
Damn. So your
No
mom
problem.
did your grades.
Yeah, dude.
Did your mom like teach you everything? I don't really understand how homeschooling works.
I went to classes for some of my stuff, but a lot of it, like homeschooling's a lot on you. Like you have to, your parents don't really teach you. So like they gave me the books, and then I would go to those co-ops, and they'd be like, so you need to do this by this date and this. It's like regular school,
Oh,
except
okay.
you're not there every day for them to tell you. So like
And
it's
they're
a
not
lot
they're
of it.
not over like standing over you in class.
Yeah.
Like,
So like the first couple months of homeschooling, you just get fucked on because you don't know what you're like. You need to tell me what to do, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I should probably do this stuff. But
honestly, in a
weird.
way, I think that's probably a little better and
Well,
like
yeah,
just
I
the
mean-
basics of it. I mean, wait till you
Yeah.
get to college. They all say like, "Oh, we're preparing you for college." High school did not prepare.
No, hell
no,
no, dude.
Not even.
fuck no,
It took me
dude.
like 2 years to get like used to college and
First
figure
of
it out.
all, I personally didn't have to write as many papers as they said they would. I didn't have to do all this other stuff. They
I
said they
did. What
would.
the fuck? I had to
I
write
mean, I had
so
to
many
write
papers.
but I didn't have to do like I didn't have to write a 40-page essay every class.
I did.
Ugh.
Not every class, but I
Only
did.
only three classes.
Yeah, no, that's
Ah,
one thing that they
God.
did make us
in the
do.
same term.
We had to do like we were
Christ.
on like a certain type of curriculum, so we had to follow like these certain guidelines. So it was the especially like the reading, like we had to read this book called Falling Away, and it was like this big, dude, and we had to write all these like pages. They make sure that you can't like cliff notes this stuff because like you'd like look through online books, try and find online books and control F
Oh,
and type
Cliff
in like the
Notes?
words and stuff. And no, you ain't finding it because it's situations. They want you to describe the situation that was going on. It's very like descriptive, the question. So you couldn't be like, fuck, it's not like a one word answer or something like that. It would be like, okay, so when Gabriel is talking to David, what was the end all decision that they came to? And it's not words, like they decided something collectively. So it was like, what the fuck, dude?
It's not words, man.
It's like a
Oh,
situation.
no. I feel like homeschooling would better prepare you for self-management skills.
That's
and,
that's
like
what
Yeah.
time management.
Oh, and
High
it's,
school,
I mean,
no, I did not
Mornings?
come out of any high school with the skills that you need to be able to go to college. Like, I had no
Yeah.
idea what I was doing. Like, oh, you want me to do this by this day? Okay, I'll do it. And then I'd fail it because I wasn't studying. I wasn't doing anything. Like I said, it took me 2 years to get into the groove of college, and I finally figured it out in like the last year and a half, 2 years. So,
Yeah. No, and that's, I mean, that's the thing. It was nice because get up at like 5:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning, get all your shit done. And I lived on Sandy Lake at that time, so I would just go fucking fishing and then come home at 9 and hang out, go down to the park. Like it was nice. Like it was definitely like at first I was like, oh my God, like all my friends. I moved up from Pittsburgh, so I was like, all my friends are gone. I don't got nothing to do. And then I realized I was like, wait a second. I was like, you have all the free time in the world, dude. Had a good
welcome
time.
to Hicks and Skids country,
Skids
buddy.
country.
Yeah, hanging out with the dropouts.
Oh my.
King of the dropouts, huh?
Hell yeah, dude.
So
But all right, we're coming up on we're on our 30-minute mark, so we've got to take a 5-second break, Bill, for our advertising.
well, yeah, a nice little ad read from Darrell. You're gonna hear my beautiful voice right now. All right, everyone.
All right.
Welcome back to the Not a Problem podcast, and we are here today with Mondo and Brian. hopefully you enjoyed that little intermission, especially the Twitch viewers, all of them that we got.
Yeah.
The YouTube viewers as well. Nice little stare down from me, at least. I wasn't looking at you guys, so
No, I try not to make eye contact with my
I
computer
was
screen.
making eye contact. You
I
always
like
need to
think
make
that
eye
you guys can
contact.
see me. Like when I look at the computer screen, I'm like, oh, they're all look. So I just like look away or something like that. But it's actually like if I would look into the camera.
So, Mondo, you got anything else to add about your homeschool experience? Like, it just seems so weird to me. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that. You know what I mean? In high school, I was
mean,
such a social person. I was a social butterfly.
well, see, that's the thing. Like I'm a pretty. I mean, like I talk to anybody. Like I'm pretty social.
Yeah.
So I mean that part was hard, but when I talked to my buddy Chad, you met Chad.
Yeah.
He's at my wedding.
He's in my phone as Chad Fuckhead because I didn't know his last name. He never told me.
When he dropped out of high school, like everything changed. Like we would like every single day we would go to that co-op, we'd come back home, do whatever. Like it was just so much like more like I feel like it was good for just me as like an individual just to be able to be like to do school, to still do good in school, but have so much time to like hang out and like have a good time in my high school. Like we were like we would go to like parties every once in a while, but like at the same time, like it was more fun for us to just like buy a whole bunch of shitty fucking food and go back and play Call of Duty for like 8 hours straight.
Yeah, that was
And
the best.
dude, like we both bought my brother stole his PS3 because we were using it to play Call of Duty. So we both went out and bought PS3s because we both have full-time jobs because we were homeschooled. So like we could afford it.
Yeah.
And dude, we hooked up. We probably played for like 3 days straight, dude. We went to school, came back, just played and played and played. Fucking
I just remember I'd play hooky. I'd like lunchtime would come, I'd just walk out the door.
See, I never did that. I
did
never
it
did
once, and it was for Modern Warfare 2.
that. Modern Warfare, bro.
Modern Warfare.
That was a good one. But Mondo, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I was talking to the boys last night when we were drinking, and I was telling them that what we were going to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
And what they said was that what blows them away is how outgoing and talkative you are.
Yeah.
And they had no idea you were homeschooled. I think there's a weird, maybe, I don't know if you want to call it
There's a massive stigma on it.
Yeah, there it is. With homeschoolers not being social or like outgoing or talkative, but then there's you. Very boastful and opinionated, and so like it blows my mind because I never even thought about that either.
Yeah, and I mean
So-
it's not like 100% wrong because there's a lot of kids that are like super antisocial that are homeschooled. Like kids that like there were kids that like were like severely like physically or verbally abused in high school that become homeschooled, and you'd be like in classes with them and they won't even like they would like they had just a different interaction. Like they wouldn't interact.
Like different.
Yeah, like you'd be like,
persona.
hey, like what's up? And they'd be like, not much. How are you? Like very awkward, and it was just like that part was kind of a drag because then you feel like, wow, I'm gonna be like socially like a mess after I get out of this high school experience. But then I like hung out with a lot of people anyways. And
Yeah, I was all over the place with people who I hung out with, the band geeks
Yeah.
and the jocks, and
Yeah.
and the country boys. I was all over the place. I wore a
hung out with
cowboy
a lot
hat
of
one time to a
stoners.
party. That was not my best decision, but fuck, did I look cool.
I couldn't much be a jock because I was like 5'2" and 130 pounds.
Well, you
So it
played
was like,
soccer. You wore the short shorts.
yeah, I did. You know, like I don't know. I was more like, I guess I was more like of the suave kind of deal. I wasn't really a jock, but I was just like, I was
Rico
there.
Suave,
I'm in a country land. Armando Enriquez is walking around.
with his hobo hair.
So
Fuck.
that was my thing. Yeah. But
So, Brian,
Yeah.
Brian,
what do you got on the plate, pal?
What do I got on the plate?
How can you top a homeschool, schooled Mondo, tuba playing, football playing Darrell? Fuck did you do, bud?
So originally I started off at the Catholic school.
Yeah, what's that
In my
about? How's
hometown.
that? I really
Well,
wanna hear that.
originally, I mean, I don't know for sure. I never asked my parents, but I think I started in elementary school because of convenience, because I could walk there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Most of the time, arguably, if you were going to put it on paper, the elementary school system, at least in like lower, like pre-K to like first, is better at our Catholic school in our area than the public school. And then as I got about partway through middle school, there was all these like different it was preschool through 8th grade Catholic schools, and then they all finally merged. So we had an elementary school, a middle school, and then still the high school. And the high school pulled from our entire county, which is, I mean, you've been there. It's just a lot of small towns and a large wooded area. So there's
really surprised you had that many people in your graduating class, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's credit for.
Yeah.
But my older sister was like, I want to go to public school. Like, I don't want to go to Catholic school anymore. Like, however she felt about her classmates for whatever reasons. I was young. I was like, you're crazy. Why would you switch schools? And then as time went by, I was like, I don't want to be in Catholic school anymore. Like, I just, yeah, you had a Catholic class. You had to take a religious class. It was like every day or every other day.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Yes, I had.
Dude.
Or whatever. Yep.
Me
and my white polo or my white button down long sleeve and dress pants.
Dude,
I mean, it wasn't like as bad, but it was smaller class sizes. And then my dad was like, 8th grade year was coming up, and he's like, do you want to go to public school? Like before 8th grade year started. So I had to do 1 year of middle school, and then I'd be in the high school. And he's like, and if he's like, you have to say yes or no, like in the next couple of days, because I'm not sending you in high school and having the same problems your older sister had.
Makes sense.
Which was new kid in the block, got in a couple fights. So he wanted me to be basically, you're an 8th grader, you're in the top of the the building, and hopefully you can avoid it a little bit more. And I was like, yeah, let's go to public school.
Hell yeah.
Because the youth football league at the time it's just the town. So like I knew kids from Catholic school and I knew kids from public school. I was like, yeah, I'm friends with a lot of them. I realized very quickly I knew like 3 people. Like actually knew 3 people. Like it was such a bigger school and a change for me compared to like 40 kids in our class to like that or whatever it was. And I mean, I played a lot of sports, primarily just focused on football. Like I would do track for conditioning reasons.
Track?
Yeah, I did it my senior year and I ended up quitting halfway through. Got in an argument with the coach.
Argument guy.
Yeah, so our school, so basically it's like your jocks, your hicks, just like you guys said. We had a very large band, like
really?
In the terms of like for how like if we're gonna go percentage of kids based off in that school were in band, we had like over 50% of our kids were in band. Like
holy shit,
sexually active band geeks. They were.
Hey man, that's what they do, dude.
Bro.
And then we went through that, and then like football was football, and I was pumped to switch schools and play football because I was like, I'm going to play my old school all the time, and it's going to be great. And they always make a big deal out of it, even though we were in different divisions. They always were like, we got to have rivalry.
Yeah, I heard that one's pretty big out there.
Which
they
one?
got rid of. Well, they got rid of it.
Really?
That was the thing. Yeah, like the year I went over, they said this is going to be the last year you guys play because you guys are jumping up another league and they're jumping down a league. And I was like, oh, that's lame.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Man, I really wanted to kick the shit out of them.
I mean, we played them 2 times, and the one time we lost, and we were kicking their ass right off the bat. And then when our starting running back broke his leg in 2 places with his bone hanging out, that just killed us.
Nice, dude. That sounds neat.
Yeah. Then the next one went great, but football was good. Football got real crazy my senior year because we switched to leagues and started playing like Altoona teams. And everybody's like, oh, you guys are gonna go 0-10, and we'd go like 8-3.
Hey,
yo, throwing up them numbers.
And then they kicked us out after our senior year. Said,
fuck you guys, you're beating us.
Pretty much. That's how I took it. I don't know the ins, but that's how it sounded to me.
There's always something else to that kind of stuff, but
yeah,
whatever.
But yeah, we're kind of. I would say we're based off your experience, Darrell. I would say we're just like you guys, but maybe a little on a bigger scale.
Yeah,
drove around. Like there's nothing to do. You drive around. You hang out at the local sheets until you find something to do.
Yeah, dude, that's another thing. Like
partied in the woods. Like actually, it was Bilo because we didn't even have a sheets. We had a Bilo that was shut down, and we'd hang out in that parking lot right in front of like our little highway.
You guys are a bunch of heroin addicts.
Ah,
Hanging out at a Milo parking lot. Like,
If you saw it, it's got a ton of little stores. There's like the Chinese restaurant there and all that. But
oh my god.
yeah, we do that, and we'd go all the way down like the East Branch Dam to party in the woods down there, and then all that. And fun fact, I guess, about my town: we're like one of the only places in PA that has elk.
Oh yeah. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've seen any when I've been out there, but
That's
still pretty cool.
Yeah, we took you down there last time, but we didn't go early enough in the morning.
Driving around in the mountains drinking beer. It was pretty
Getting
cool.
lost. Yeah.
Hey man, it's a good day. It's a damn good day.
Yeah.
So is
Nice.
anyone? You got any funny
unplug down
stories?
there. Oh man,
I'm
you're
thinking
asking me to dig deep.
I'm thinking of
Dig
some
deep.
What was
here.
the
Yeah, you're
question?
older than us, dude.
What was the question?
I don't know about you because you were homeschooled.
What? What?
That's if I have any good stories from my high school
Anyone.
days. And
End
oh
it
my
off.
fuck, dude.
Seriously?
I've almost got arrested like 50 times. I'm not in
What?
school. What the hell do you think? Yeah, just
Spit 'em
running
out,
just
dude.
Sitting at home. No way.
Give me one.
Well, so we used to like, Chad every year would go to Ohio and buy like $400 worth of fireworks.
As everyone
Yeah.
does in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like you better be doing it. Well, I was new to this because I came from Pittsburgh.
Mm.
So I go over to his house one day. He's like, "Bro, I got all these fireworks, and the 4th is tomorrow, but I don't think I want to use them all for that." Well, he had like bricks of like M80s and bricks of firecrackers and shit. I was like, "Dude, we could do some serious work with this stuff."
Oh god.
So we like ran around. We would run around his neighborhood like regularly. And like put like saran wrap across the road so cars would hit it and like go across their windshield and shit. So what we started to do, I was like, bro, get one of those big bricks of firecrackers. Let's go and throw this in someone's door.
What?
So we were like, he lived in like the back hills of like Slippery Rock. So like Slippery Rock's here, and then he like lived like way back in this backwood, like on Route 8. It went all the way down. So I was like, all right, dude, we have like so many getaways. Like you just run into the woods, like it's not a big deal. That's what you do at parties too. You just like take off whenever.
Mhm.
So we went down to this hill that we usually hit these houses on. Like we usually like ding dong ditch them or throw an egg at them and run, and it was like no big deal. And we went up to this one house, no lights were on. I was like, all right. So I went up, ding dong ditch, and look, nobody came out. Nobody did nothing. I was like, dude, give me that firecracker stick thing box. It was like
No,
this big,
dude.
dude. It had one wick going through it. I was like, here we go. So then I just went to the next house over. It was right around the corner. So it was like this house and then right up on the corner, right around the loop. Went right up there, and I was like, dude, I'm going to run in. I'm going to go right beside their fucking screen door, and I'm going to knock on it, and then I'm going to throw it up there when I hear him get off the couch because we could see him on the couch. So the screen door was like propped like slightly open, and the front door was closed. So I like went up there with the brick of firecrackers, and I lit it and tossed it in the door and like knocked on it a whole bunch and like ran back to the road, and we're like sitting there watching, and this thing goes off. And I didn't think it was gonna be that long, but it like literally went on for like 5 minutes. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Dude, this guy comes running to the door, opens up the door. He's like, I'm calling the fucking cops. I'm calling the fucking police right now. And we're like dying laughing because we're like, what is this guy gonna do? Well, here, the dude that we just like ding dong ditched, like right around the corner, he comes around and he's looking at us with a spotlight. And I was like, shit, dude, we gotta go like now.
Is that Rico Suave?
Yeah, I start like taking off down this road, like straight into the woods. And we hear this guy like turn on his truck. And I was like, oh my shit, dude, we're gonna get killed. Well, I like look behind us, and there's fucking police lights coming over the hill too. I was like, oh my god, we're either gonna get run over by a truck or I'm getting arrested tonight. At least I'm 16 and these will hopefully go away by the time I'm 18. So all the stunts are happening. We're like sprinting down this fucking road, and we hear this dude open up in his truck, bro. He is cruising like, whoa, like through the, like we hear him coming up behind us. I was like, bro, get down under this bridge. We went down and underneath it, and I'm like throwing fireworks into the fucking water, like trying to get them out of my box, so I can just be like, yeah, it wasn't me. It must have been some
We're just
other
here.
kid. Yeah, we're just hanging out, you know. Well, we hear his truck go over the bridge, like probably going like 90 miles an hour, dude. And the police car is right behind him with his lights on, dude. He was pulled him over down the street, probably like a half a mile, and we just sprint all the way, like across these fields through the woods back to Chad's house, and we're like, greatest fucking experience ever. We talk about it every single time we see each other. I'm like, that was
dude.
the
How
day,
come I
dude.
didn't hear about that at your wedding? That's amazing. I couldn't imagine you two talking about that together.
Oh my god, I thought my
That's so
lungs were
funny.
bleeding. I ran so fucking hard that day, dude, and I
That's
hate
awesome.
running. Like I hate it.
I hate it too, but I do it, man.
I know.
You know, Brian.
I probably ran more in high school from shit like that than anything.
Yeah, right.
You got a good story to
I
end us
played
off with.
sports to stay in condition to run away. Oh, do I have a good one?
Yeah. Any, I think I'm thinking of a couple here, but since we're going down the line, might as well.
I don't know. The only one that's coming
You
to
ever
mind
touch
right
an elk?
now is... Oh yeah, that's actually not that hard.
I touch elks all the time, dude.
You ever do what?
touch an elk.
What?
Hey, just go in the morning. They're like domesticated down there. Like I can literally just like stick my hand out with an apple, they'll come up.
That's super cool. I was just kidding, but that's
There's
actually
like
really neat.
There's stories of people like in the summer they'll have their back door open and like they'll have to call the game warden because there'll be one in their kitchen when they come back around the corner.
Oh shit! Sup, Steve?
Just getting some milk.
They're like so domesticated and they're so protected. It's kind of like, yeah, there's an elk in my kitchen again.
That's nuts.
Jesus.
You have to get like separate insurance, like you can get insurance for them or something. 'Cause,
Elk
like, when they're in
insurance.
heat, they'll see their reflection and they'll just beat the shit out of your car.
This is the elk police.
Put your antlers up.
I can't think of any specific story because me and my gang of friends were just a bunch of dumbasses, and how we never
Nice.
lost a limb or died is beyond me.
Well, good on you.
But I'll never forget any time we'd go camping in the summer at like an actual campsite. We just go cooler hopping.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
those
I'm a-
fucking guys, huh?
Yeah. Well, we
Did
weren't-
Did you ever
we
shirt
weren't of
off
age.
too, bro?
Depends.
Were you in a bro tank?
Yeah, like the self-count ones that went down to your hip. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple of those too. I
But
still
I'll
have
never
some.
forget the one time me and my friends were like, hey, we're going to go. These guys, my one friend's like, dude, they got like 7 cases down there and a bunch of coolers, and they're all by the one RV. Like, we could probably just swipe a whole case. And it's just like, we can't swipe a whole case. There's like 30 adults down there, and they're all sitting around this massive bonfire. Like, and there's no one never not getting up to grab a beer. Like, my friend literally sat there in the woods for 10 minutes scoping this out, like trying to figure out the best way to
Fucking
go about
recon
taking
mission,
it.
dude.
Yeah. Oh man, they did that stuff all the time. Like,
Jesus.
like the one Dylan, for shits and giggles, sometimes
Yeah.
to see how close you can get to people at their campsites before they notice them at night.
That's
like all the way up
funny.
behind
That's
there.
really
Like,
funny.
So finally, the one kid comes back and he's like, "Hey, I know them over there. They're friends with my parents." So he
Hey.
just walks over and he's like, "I'm just going to talk to him. And you guys just do the deed then." So we all go over and talk to him. And then we find out like that guy's kid's over in like the next campsite over. So we're like, "Oh, we're going to go talk to him." Well, I'm walking and he's like, he just hits me. He's like, grabs me in the back of his shirt. And he's like, throws me under the RV. And he said, "Get one of those." Like, I'm under this RV watching them with my other buddy. And he's like, I was like, "How are we going to do this?" He's like, "I'll cut the box open." I was like, we don't have
Oh
that kind
my
of time."
god.
Holy
that is
shit.
awesome.
I was like, "We don't
Special
have that
operation.
kind of time." And I'm sitting there, and these adults are loaded. And I'm like, "I'm just taking the whole case." He's like, "You can't take the whole case. They're gonna know." I'm like, "I'm just taking the whole case." And I was like, "Just be my lookout." And I just reach forward and pull the thing under the RV. And I grab it and I stop. And I'm like, "Just don't move for a second." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure that guy just saw me." And he's just like, so we're under the darkness of the RV, and this is all I see this dude do. He just pours his beer out, lights on the head, and goes into his RV.
He's probably thinking he's going crazy.
Oh, they knew the
Just
next
go-
day, though. They were
oh,
like, "I
shit.
think those kids took a case of beer." I mean, evidence was gone, but
Hey, whatever.
Damn.
we stole a keg once.
What? How do you do that?
That's pretty impressive.
You guys are pros, dude.
Full untapped keg running down the road. 3 people keg. We called it a Ridgeway Blossom.
How the fuck?
That was our
Jesus
code word for
Christ.
it.
You need to like teach classes on this shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
What the
I
hell?
was
that,
there-
one, that one was in the middle of the night. That one was like everyone was
Okay.
asleep, but it was like right outside this guy's house because it was a party, and it was like buried in ice, and we're like slowly trying to move it. And you know, ice when it moves, it's just like
It makes the most noise ever.
I was like, we're just gonna have to do it like a band-aid. So that's what we did. We pulled it, set it down, and ran into the woods real quick. Saw a light click on, saw it go back off, and then we ran down the road with it. And we're like, what are we doing?
Jesus.
Dashed it in the wood for 3 days.
What the fuck?
And then got it back.
Oh my god, you guys, those are a lot better stories than I was thinking of. I had a couple. I had a long one, but I forget what it was.
Which just shows me I had a problem probably in high school.
It's high school.
Yeah, no, never.
Small
not until you're 21.
Yeah.
You're not an alcoholic till you graduate. That's what I was
Yeah,
there you
you're
go.
good, dude. College, graduate college, not high
Yeah.
school.
I got better stories in college, like the time I almost got arrested for jumping on the bridge. But
Yeah, I remember that. Well, I wasn't there, but I remember you telling me about it. Yeah, we'll save the college stories for another day.
Yeah, we need like drunk stories, man.
Oh
You're gonna
my
have to
god,
drink for that. You're gonna have
that'll
to,
be a
like,
good one.
I'm gonna have to get drunk to like trigger those memories.
Oh boy,
Oh god, then he's just gonna patronize us and tell us we're all shitbags.
you're a fucking asshole.
So
My bad habit's kicking in. I'll just interrupt you guys every 2 seconds.
yeah, tell me about it. Everyone knows, Brian. Everyone knows, man. They'd be like, hey, what's up? And Brian will just cut you off and be like, nah, man, listen, we just gotta go get food. Oh, Brian, I just shut up. Okay, he doesn't say shut up, but it's basically what it feels like. Love him to death, but holy shit, sometimes it's a little too much. It's just who you are, man. It's okay.
Jeez.
So
Yeah, I'm not very good at the English language.
no, you're not good at texting. Texting isn't your strong suit. You're fine with everything else.
Yeah, responding is the shittiest thing in the world to do.
No, I just miss words or misspell
yeah,
them
you
or
just-
make words up.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I
Like the
just
other day
don't
we were
even
playing
reply.
Smite, and I was trying to type real quick, and I just wrote out mana.
Out, man.
Oh, mana.
And I did
I
this
am out,
4
man.
times. I did this 4 times. Like Darrell was just like, "Oh, you must screwed up," and then I did it again and again
Out,
and again.
man. Words are hard. So I guess to end this off, my little story here, it's nothing much because I forgot the other one that I was going to talk about. But you talking about din dong ditching, Mondo, sparked
Yeah.
my little memory of one of my good buddies in high school. We hunt here, whatever. And we just got 2 new ghillie suits for turkey hunting. So we got, maybe a little drinky poos in us, okay? And we're like, we're going to put on these fucking ghillie suits and we're going to go din dong ditch and see how close we can be to the door if someone comes out, if they notice us. And if they notice us, we're just going to run like we're in ghillie suits. You know what I mean? So we went down, it was like a townhouse and it was on just like a back road and there was just houses and like other townhouses strewn along this road. We went like a mile or 2 down the road to one of our friends' houses. All the way down. We had like 1 or 2 people out of like 30 houses come out, dude. It was like a couple hour thing. So I din dong ditch it, and then my buddy would be laying in the front yard, and I'd be laying like beside the door on the ground, and no one would ever come out. So we just sit there for like 5 minutes, and then we just leave, and we were just bushes walking down the fucking road. So it's nothing super crazy, but it was like, it was just funny, I guess. I don't know. I guess you just had to be there. Fuck, I thought it was funny. We were just running down the road, like,
In ghillie suits.
whatever, guys. I tried.
It's okay, man. It's
Hey,
okay.
I mean, it's better than our dick chalk war that we started in our town, so it's all good.
Dick chalk.
Yeah, like window chalk.
Yeah. Just drawing
Um,
dicks everywhere.
You draw dicks on each other's cars, and it turned into like a 3-person thing, into like a 20-person thing, until like people were drawing on the wrong cars.
That's
someone
awesome.
drew on my garage windows, and my dad lost it. Like it wasn't that he's like, I think it's funny, but the fact that you guys like drew like inappropriate things, and I had at the time like a 6-year-old sister,
Yeah.
and he was like,
That'll do it.
"Not about it."
Oh fuck.
Cops got
Well.
involved a few times. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not part of that one, but.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just end her there. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian,
thanks for
appreciate
having
you.
me, guys.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
buddy. Appreciate you coming on.
For almost covering for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's. I mean,
He like called me, and I'm like, I was on the can. And
why
I
is
was
this
like,
asshole calling me?
I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell could he possibly want right now?
Damn,
I
I was
saw
on
the
the can
time.
too.
I was like, he should be doing his podcast right now. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, you got to get a stand-in for me, bro. I'm gonna fucking.
I was gonna try to go at it alone, but I don't know if I could do that for 45 minutes to an hour.
That's some.
I don't-
That's some fucking next level shit.
I would need to like look up articles
If you could do it for 45 minutes by yourself, I'd be pretty impressed for your third one.
I'm gonna have to give it a go someday whenever Mondo's got the mud butt. Fuck.
Nah, dude. If I give me 10 minutes, I could solve the mud button. If it's the other way around, I'm not getting back on.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
I thought it was too. It felt like that, but
Fuck's sake. All right, well, Brian, thank you for coming on. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
Yeah, Brian,
thanks for having me. Yeah.
Thanks everyone who tuned in.
Let me know.
Thanks everyone who tuned in on Twitch. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, whatever the hell it is, go tune into our Twitch at twitch.tv/notourprobpod. And our Twitter is also at problem_podcast. Tweet at us some ideas that you might want to hear about. I don't know. I like the idea of talking about college stories next time, but
oh yeah.
What other socials? Is that it? I think that's
it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Leave us reviews too. I try to leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
Well, thumbs up on that YouTube. Click that thumbs up button, man.
Yeah, give us 5 stars and we'll do something. Read them out or something. I don't know. All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next week. Bye.